And we are live. Steve niaje, siku moba na siku hizi tunazembea sana kufanya show.
Niko poa, I'm good.
Mhm.
Leo lighting limeni mess kidogo,
Eh.
but yeah, I'm good. It's good to
Hujalipa
be back.
bili ya Steve ama ni nini?
Tusiongee sana, lakini sio bili ya stima.
Januari haijaisha.
They're still deep into January.
Na watu walilipwa na wakamaliza pesa na Januari haijaisha. Salary ililipwa last week, watu wamemaliza pesa na bado tuko Januari. Yeah, anyway, it's been long. Nimesikia nimemiss wase. Thanks guys for always asking where we are. Remember unaweza comment pale na tutaweza kuzisoma. Today we are just talking about random stuff. Of course we'll mention Mason Greenwood, whatever happened there. A lot of transfers going on because today is the transfer deadline day. Plus AFCON among other news. So Steve, tuanze na gani?
I think the main news ni transfers, obvious. There have been some surprises in the transfer market. I think leo ndo deadline, I think saa 6 usiku.
Yes. Yeah, I think iko na a few hours to go.
Yeah. So Manchester, we haven't done any business yet. And I don't expect us to tutafanya anything in the few hours remaining.
We don't have incoming business, but we've done outgoings.
Yes?
Tumefanya outgoing business, but incoming business ndio hakuna.
Yeah. But hata outgoing business yenye tumefanya ni loan. So like there's no money coming in or going out.
Yeah.
So
actually there is. We can say there is because the reason as to why Manu may insist on the loan deals plus it may take time for some of the deals to happen is because wanataka do. You find that for example Martial, they wanted Sevilla to pay 100% salary plus loan fee. Donny van der Beek the same. Everton are going to pay 100% salary plus loan fee. Lingard wanna push for the same. Ahmad Diallo has gone for the same deal. So it's like wanna try to free up salary and the wage bill, but unfortunately hakuna tuna free up lakini hakuna watu wanaingia. So yeah, tuko na wachezaji as we got, tuko na wachezaji wengi hadi wengine tunawatuma jela. Yeah, so what can we say?
The transfer window for Manchester fans hasn't been so exciting.
Manchester and Arsenal fan,
like, yeah, even Arsenal. I don't even Chelsea have Chelsea done any business?
I don't think they've done any business, but there is a rumor that they might sign Dembele, Usman. They might sign Osman Dembele on loan.
But where will he play? Because that was also my problem of us signing Dembele, because I think last night Fabrizio aliongelea kidogo. So I was like, okay, why are we signing Dembele? That tuliacha Marshall aende.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, me sioni such a big disparity between the two. And even it would be worse for because Dembele anakwanga injury prone, like half the season yuko inje. So I didn't see anything. Alafu pia wages zake are so high.
Yeah.
So hata ndo vizuri hiyo deal, it was not like it didn't go anywhere. Juu sikuwa nataka Dembele in Manchester because simrate hivyo sana siku hizi. Unanisikia?
Yeah, tuko nimepoteza hapo kiasi.
Unanisikia?
Yeah, nakusikia. Yeah, Steve, let's go back to that story of Dembele. You are saying that Manu amejaza attackers. Where is he going to play for Chelsea? The move to PSG imekataa. So what next for the player? Because Barcelona hawamtaki and the other clubs don't want him. So what next for Dembele? I think we've lost Steve, but um, atarudi. So Dembele has been having quite a conundrum at Barcelona. Barcelona currently don't want him. They want to free up space for other players. There was talk that they wanted to release Dembele so that they can have Aubameyang from Arsenal to come in. But Dembele is not wanted at Barcelona, as I've said. There were talks of him going to PSG, but that has since broken down. There's also talk that currently Chelsea are negotiating for a loan deal for Dembele. I think with a 13 million euro fee. I think that's a loan fee for that. But other interesting news is that we have major transfers ongoing. Newcastle, I think they are the major movers and shakers in the transfer window so far. They have made 6 signings so far, and some more coming in. They are yet to be confirmed. Interesting things happening in deadline day. Are you happy with your team with the signings they are making? Arsenal, Manchester United fans, I think they are just waiting for news. There is no news going there. Some of the transfer news zile zimehappen ni tuko na watu kama Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey, if you remember Aaron Ramsey, the former Arsenal star, has gone to Juventus. Has moved from Juventus to Rangers. He's joining Ahmad Diallo, who has signed on loan from Manchester United. If you're a Manchester United follower, you'll know that Ahmad Diallo had a very good game against what was that name? Dundee. I think it was Dundee. So Evra, you're back. Nilikuwa nakuuliza Barcelona don't want Dembele kwa sababu of course of wages, they are high, plus he's injury prone. And then they wanted to free up Dembele so that they can sign Aubameyang. The deal with Manchester United collapsed. The deal with PSG has collapsed. Uh, there is no other club that is currently wanting him other than, of course, the rumors coming in for Chelsea. So what happens to the player?
Yeah, I think I don't know because bado it's still not 12 in midnight. Anything can happen.
Mhm,
Any team inaweza come tu na like it takes him, so
mhm,
hizi semati atabaki because unajua as long as Barcelona don't want it, so
mhm,
if you're not wanted, eventually you'll have to decide either you take lower wages
yeah.
and go somewhere where you're wanted, ama go adamant na your high wages and remain in a club
Mm,
that doesn't want you. So
mm, mm, mm,
mi ningeulizwa kama ni yeye, ninge sacrifice a few shillings niende kwenye na place yenye na watu wanataka, kusema kweli, because
mm,
Barcelona
mm.
walisema tu direct like hawamtaki.
Yeah. So some news coming in from Mr. Here We Go, that is Fabrizio Romano. He's saying Arsenal have made it clear to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang a few minutes ago they have no intention to collaborate or pay part of his salary for Barcelona. So Arsenal want Barcelona to pay 100% wages for Aubameyang. Remember that Aubameyang has 250K in his pocket every month or every week, sorry. And Barcelona are trying to free up wages by either asking players to take a wage cut or to transfer. Case in point, Dembele, kwa sababu Dembele imesemekana he's not going to Arsenal, so there won't be an exchange deal. So we have two clubs. Arsenal hawataki Aubameyang, Barcelona hawataki Dembele. Both of them are earning huge wages, and neither club is wanting to pay each other's wages. So who is going to blink first?
Or they can't do like a swap deal where
Sasa
Dembele goes to Arsenal.
si ndio hiyo. Sasa if Dembele goes to Arsenal, Dembele is already earning I think 250K, which means na unajua Barcelona want to free up Dembele because they want to free up that space for Dembele because of wages. Currently, they can't sign any players until they clear the wages. You remember ile deal ya Adama Traore. Yeah, they had to free up some wages by watu kama akina Umtiti wa take wage cut so that they sign Traore on loan, of which Wolves are still paying part of Traore's salary. So Dembele, you have an injured Dembele who's earning
Oh,
high
currently
salary.
he's in.
Yeah, he's injured.
Ah,
So you have this injured Dembele. I think he should be coming back from injury. Of course, hata akikuja, he won't play straight away. He'll have to take some time. Okay, so it's an interesting thing to see. I think we still have around 6 hours to go, or 4 hours to go, if I'm not wrong. We'll see how that story develops. But anyway, major moves. Tottenham have made major moves. They've shipped out Dombele, Tangai Dombele, wameship out Giovanni Lo Celso, na wameship out Dele Alli. They've brought in 2 Juventus players, Kulusevski and Bentancur. Bentancur is coming in on a 4.5-year deal. Kulusevski, a difficult name, is coming in on loan until the end of for 18 months. Dele Alli amesign for Everton, but it's an interesting deal because Everton wanamsign on a free, but watakuwa nalipa bonus to Tottenham, which might end up being around 30 million. An interesting one kwa sababu Everton hawezi sign on loan, wameshajaza slots zao za loan. Good move for Dele Alli, considering that he had fallen out of favor with all coaches, starting with Mourinho.
yeah, it's a good move. I think hakuwa na future tena Tottenham. So yeah, at least wacha enda jaribu Everton. I think Everton by they have really signed some decent players or half
Yes, yes.
decent, some half decent players, especially hapo around the midfield. Juu ukiona combination ya Van de Beek, Dele Alli, who else? Decore wako huko bado.
Yeah, Decore is there. Kumbuke
Decore,
Nani is also.
Sigurdsson.
Yeah, Sigurdsson is also there. There is that other
Gomez.
player. There's
Gomez
that
also, I
other.
think.
Yeah, na pia wako na that Brazilian player. What is his name? The
Oh,
guy with the
Alan.
blonde hair. Not
Also
Alan.
Alan.
Yeah,
Alan
Alan
pia
is there. He's a good, yeah. And then wako na ule Brazilian ule forward. He can also play as a number 10. Yeah, Richarlison. Look at that combination. It's and also a new manager is coming in. Frank Lampard is about to be announced.
Okay, I read by this somewhere where the job was given or was offered to Rooney, but Rooney akasema
Refused.
aiziacha like Derby in the state that they are until at least end of season. He tries to let them like wasiende relegation, which I felt it was a good thing for a coach. Inaonyesha like loyalty to a club that umeamua like whatever you're going for is better than whatever you have, but out of loyalty unaona afadhali tu ni baki, siwezi acha nyumba ikichomeka huku ati niende place ingine, so afadhali tusaidiane na watu tuzime moto, which hats off to him. If it's true, I don't know, sina credible information. Yeah, I think alifanya kitu ya maana sana.
Yeah.
So
Ukiangalia the current form ya Derby, they have ukiangalia their current form and the league leaders, they have an identical form. So Rooney is already doing well. The other thing I believe is labda aliangalia akaona, of course I can't betray my club. At the same time, let me continue building up my CV, because if I can show what I can do at Derby, then other big clubs will be looking at me and saying he's loyal, he can stick by us during bad times, and he can actually change things. Otherwise, aki jump ship like any other coach, hata nini. Interesting enough, also Everton offered the job to Mourinho, but Mourinho aliongea mbaya. So, however true that is, I don't know. But Mourinho said if he wanted to manage a mid-table club, he would go back to Manchester United. So, I don't know whether that's true or false. I've been looking for that video, sijaipata. So, news coming in is that Donny van der Beek has signed his contract with Everton, straight loan from Manchester United, and then Dele Alli. So official statements coming soon for both players. And then Brian Gill joins Valencia straight from Tottenham on loan. No buy option, no option to extend the loan. So it seems that Tottenham are actually making major moves now. Are serious about getting to top 4. Do you think that Manchester United and Arsenal should be worried about Tottenham and the likes of West Ham?
I think, especially Tottenham. Okay, I'm not fearful about Tottenham because of the players, but because of who the person that is in charge. I think Conte ameproved he's capable of doing things with teams. So yeah, hiyo ndo fear factor niko nayo, like especially now, like kuna players wamepeana which I thought okay, that was brave. Mtu kama Le Celso, I thought he was like an integral part of your team, maybe. So for them to like let him go hivyo tu, niliona it's very brave, wacha niseme tu hivyo. It was very brave of them. So yeah, and they are doing, wanafanya like they have intention. Unaona kwa market, like they have intention of strengthening their squad. Obviously our players wamenunuliwa sahi, they are like, the coach knows why they bought them. Unaona kuna mahali ameona shimo, so anataka kuziba. So I would expect them to be even stronger than how they were before the window before they signed those players. Yeah, it's naogopa, by the way, honestly. Tottenham, last, if they win there, they have so many games. Hata nashanga what happened to Tottenham, wako na so many unplayed games.
Ni story na COVID. Ni story na COVID.
Of which it is an advantage to them, because now they'll play those games at a better position than how they were in December. Unaona? Like right now, watakuwa na better players, or players that are better equipped to play the Conte way. So ni tricky hiyo top 4. Hiyo top 4 sasa itakuwa a bit tricky, especially vile I actually thought we'd go for like a midfielder. Mimi nilidhani tu hata like we try even a midfielder, unaona, somebody tu ya vizuri, ku hold the ball well and read the game. But I guess Bodo wameona we are good enough, the players that are there are okay. So I'm fearful for, but either team, West Ham are not so much. I think Tottenham is the only team that naogopa hiyo top 4. Acha niseme hivyo, Tottenham ndo inaweza tutoa ama ndo inaweza tuletea shida kwa top 4 race.
True. Nani, Christian Eriksen is back to playing. He has been trading with Ajax. It's good to see him. You remember he had that cardiac arrest during the Euros. So it's good to see him back. It's good to see that we have Eriksen back. So he has signed for Brentford. Brentford na unajua vile wanasumbua. So it's a good move for him. Experienced player there. So some of the other confirmed transfers, I'm trying to look at the major moves. Newcastle wamesign a lot of players.
Wamesign Newcastle, they have money. Yani wameflex sana in January. If January they can flex that much, I'm afraid of what they'll do in the summer. Yani saa zile wako na all the money and the like, because wameonyesha intent that we are not going down. Unajua hiyo tayari, the amount that they've spent, hiyo intention that atushuki, by the way. Hiyo relegation mlikuwa mnatuongelea, we need not to, yani wameonyesha intention yani that they want to be up there with the big boys. Wacha niseme hivyo.
Yeah, we have Julian Alvarez. You remember his agent used Manchester United to have other clubs coming in to sign him. So Julian Alvarez has joined Manchester City for 14 million. So this is a striker, I think a replacement for the retired, what is that waza kusema, the retired striker Aguero. Luis Diaz, also another player that used Manchester United to get the deal over the line. I don't know why players like using Manchester United to push other clubs to sign them. You find that Manchester United is linked to them 2-3 days later, they are signed by another club. Sijui kama ni agent wanatakanga kuweka pressure. So a player like Luis Diaz, he has used a lot of clubs, including Arsenal, to get his deal to Liverpool. So amesainiwa na Liverpool for 49 million. Bruno Guimaraes, Lyon to Newcastle for 40 million. Na kunakumbuka kitambo Newcastle wangefikisha 20 million, walikuwa wanaonekana wamelipa pesa mingi sana. So they've signed a player from a Bruno. They have their own Bruno now from Lyon to Newcastle for 40 million. They are also pushing, news coming in right now, they're also pushing to have Lingard. Lingard is also pushing for the move to go on. So they are willing to pay Lingard. They are willing to pay Manchester United 13 million euros, and they are willing to pay Lingard, I think 3 million or 5 million euros. Yeah, 5 million euros if they stay up. So the player wants out, and the relationship with Manchester United and the coach has completely broken down. So I think tuambie tu Lingard kwa heri. Hata kama atabaki Man U, I don't see him playing. I don't see him playing, to be honest.
I was even shocked by the way we didn't sell him in the summer. It was he clearly did wanted to remain at West Ham. And mimi nilikuwa naona tu like he wanted to remain at West Ham, but maybe akina Fletcher and the rest akamwambia, oh, you stay nini, you're in our plans, which was all a lie. Tumeona tayari he was not in anyone's plans kusema ukweli. So I also find like clubs zinapenda ku hold on to players for no reason. Like unajua you mess up somebody's career. Mtu kama Lingard now, he's not a young at 22 23 year old, ni mtu anaelekea his 30s. So if unamweka bench at 28 29, then like unamuua tu career yake, cause how many moves does amebakia, like major moves? Not so many, imebaki maybe moja, maybe now this move of which akienda sama itakuwa free, so hata we won't get anything out of the deal, which at least tungemuza last summer alikuwa na like he was somewhere where he had value juu alisaidia West Ham when he was one of their better players, I think last season, like the last half of the season. So if we sold him then, I believe we would even have gotten like 30. No,
true.
Or we would have like tungepata pesa poa na kumuuza instead ya kumweka, then we are not even using him. Same with there's so many players that tunawekanga tu and we are not using, which sionangi kani poa. Hata mimi na feeling mtu kama Van de Beek, I think from the starting of the season alikuwa anafaa ende loan.
Yeah, true.
There was no intention that atatumika. Maybe they anticipated some major injuries kwa squad that waliwaeka, but it didn't work out for both of them. So good, at least Van de Beek ataweza kucheza, atajitetea World Cup. No, I think even the main thing nadhani Lingard anataka kutoka ni the World Cup. Because most players, not ataka Marshall, I'm sure if there was no World Cup this year angekuwa na shughuli za kwenda huko Sevilla, but ameona World Cup ndo hii
ataachwa na aliachwa Euros, tena arudi aachwe World Cup.
I need to go kwa club yenye nitaonyesha like my worth, and yeah, it was a well calculated move for Marshall, I
Mm,
think, at the right time,
mm,
because angeendelea tu kama Manchester by end of season angekuwa so frustrated. Obvious, most likely hatutashinda anything this season, so yeah.
yeah, yeah. So Arsenal pia they've lost out on a player, Dusan Vlahovic. Aliamua kwenda Juventus instead of coming. Mbona unacheka?
Was there any like credible news that Arsenal wanted to buy him honestly? Ama tu ni watu wanawapea mamem tu that walikuwa wanataka watu. Because I've had so many
Mimi
players that mpaka nasikia the player that has gone, the midfielder wenye ameenda Newcastle, like they got yani hiyo deal ilikuwa tayari, there was a deal in place with Arsenal, then Newcastle came like
ndio
snatch
hiyo.
hiyo deal. Like nimesikia okay, me I assumed that it wasn't like something real, that ni vile tu watu wanapenda ku make fun of teams, but okay.
Yeah, yeah. So whether it's true or false, we'll know later. Hizi kivitu huwa zinatokezea baadaye. Callum Chambers ameenda Aston Villa. Pia Aston Villa have made some good signings.
Yeah.
Remember they got Philippe Coutinho, and in his debut he scored the equalizer for them. So they also got Luka Digne or Digne from Everton. So they're also making major moves. Amad Diallo, as you said, ameenda Rangers from Manchester United. Hwang Hee-chan, this guy is one that disappointed a lot of people pale kwa FPL. Vile aliingia Wolves FPL akafunga 3 games in a row, kununuliwa dry spell. Ni kama Antonio akanunuliwa, all of a sudden dry spell. So Wolves wamesign that player. I think the fact that they signed him from Leipzig, it meant that because he was there on loan and then now they activated the buy option. I think that's why they allowed Adama Traore to go back home, because remember, Adama is a former La Masia player, or amekuwa coached by that club. And then we have
But why
Samuel
did they
Kalu.
do that?
Sorry?
Why did they give Adama to Barcelona? Hiyo deal haikunimekea sense at all, because he's
Well,
not like
we
a fringe player mwenye ati asaidii team. I think he's one of the threats. Sahi, like the way mi nikiangalia Wolves, he was like one of the people wenye alikuwa sema mtu tukicheza against them,
was a key
like
player.
huyo ndo alikuwa the threat.
Mm.
Sasa like sija understand tena wakampea on loan. If it was like a sale, if it was like a sale, it would make sense kwangu juu ningesema okay, they've sold him because they needed the money to maybe feature fee kununua better players or something, but it's a loan.
Yeah.
You're not getting anything from the deal.
No, actually they are getting a loan fee. I'm trying to get.
How much is the loan fee? I'm very sure hata ijafika 10 million.
Imefika.
Ijafika 10 million.
Yeah, Adama Traore, there is the news. Adama Traore returns to Barcelona after the club agreed a loan move with a 29 million pound option to make a permanent deal. Okay.
Right now, they are not getting anything actually.
So I'm trying to get shida. Fabrizio ametweet vitu mingi, but there was something about a loan fee, and they're also going to pay his salary. I also heard that the player actually pushed for a move away from Wolves because he also wants to play in the European tournaments. Of course, Barcelona wako Europa, and he also wants to see whether he can get a chance to play in the World Cup. So if a player also pushes for the move, and where he's
do you think that Adama will not play for Spain if he was playing for Wolves? I don't
think he
think
will.
that would be like, he would still play for Spain. I think amekuwa squad ya Spain ever since. Maybe he's not a starter, but he's always been picked. I don't think any like siku hiyo move yote sijaielewa. Maybe okay, kaya ni ali push, but if you want to push for a move, push for a sale. So
Not
push a
alone.
loan like
Uende iharibike urudi.
kuelewa like what was the essence ya kupeana your best player on loan? But
Yeah.
okay, hao ndo wanajua. It's very weird how why they gave him up, but
Yeah, true.
uh,
And then we have in the Premier League, we have Dylan Williams from Derby to Chelsea, undisclosed fee. So Chelsea have actually signed a player. Um,
another bench player. Ama washaipata game. But as why do this? Whether Chelsea are weird club.
mm,
They just
yeah,
sign names
yeah,
for no reason. Then
mm,
wanamtuma loan for 5 seasons, 6 seasons. Then
mm,
eventually career
yeah.
like he'll never play for the team. They
Mm.
just bought him just for the sake of buying
For the
players.
sake, true, true.
Because where will he
Labda,
play?
labda,
Which anacheza which position?
I think he's a goalkeeper, but
Oh, he's a
yeah,
goalkeeper.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
maybe I go, but still, I doubt he'll ever play. Honestly, I doubt he'll ever play for Chelsea. Hiyo tu
Eh,
inakuwa for sure. Maybe make a money move for him, but
mm.
for his career, uh, maybe
I
okay.
think
It's good to for
it's
portfolio
it's
atakuwa player wa
yeah,
Chelsea for
it's more or
portfolio
less
yake, but
like it's more or less like why did Manu sign those two old goalkeepers?
which goalkeepers?
We have two goalkeepers who are above 35. Tuko na ule
Oh,
nani?
Heaton and Grant.
Yes.
Okay, Heaton I understood.
And then you
These
want
are
you want to
those
give
are
away
okay. Those
Henderson.
ones me I understand. Those
Mm,
ones okay. A goalkeeper, sawa. A goalkeeper, yeah. Because anything can happen. Your goalkeepers wanaweza pata COVID wote wawili.
mm,
So yeah, it makes sense kukuwa na extra goalkeepers. Yeah, sawa, sawa. It's a good deal by the way. Come thinking about it again. I
mm.
think it's a reasonable deal, especially sahii time ya COVID. Mendy na
But
Kepa
pia
wanaweza
si
amua wapate corona wote at the same time.
yeah. But pia unajua ni vizuri at least give Henderson some game time. For example, give him like since you are going to start the FA, just give him the matches. Let him play the FA Cup. Let him actually play because there is no point of you have a good keeper mwenye ako bench, you don't want to sell him, you don't want to loan him, and you're not playing him. So
How old
haya,
is he?
who?
Ako how old?
Henderson, I think he's 24.
Oh.
Mhm. So we have, as I said, Lucas Dean, Everton to Aston Villa for 25 million. Chris Wood from Burnley to Newcastle. That's one of the weirdest moves I've ever seen. We had a lot of forwards available, but they decided to go for Chris Wood.
Plus, I think even they have even better forwards for your team because they
Yeah, they
have
have
the
already better forwards.
Okonana ule what's the name of ni Ings ama who
Uh,
no Nicola Wilson
not
is there.
Ings.
Nicola
Yeah,
Wilson I think,
Wilson. Yeah,
and the
Wilson is
guy
there.
mwenye anajifunga vitu anaitangwa nani,
Mm,
their star player yani
mm, mm, mm,
anaitwa
mm.
nani,
Ule nani?
Maxim
Maxima,
Maxim
Alex
yeah.
Sage Maxima. Eh.
So
Furthermore,
how will
ukiangalia,
Chris Wood play with those guys yani, mi
I
sielewi
don't know.
because Chris Wood ni mtu wa kungoja cross.
Yeah. Unless you're buying him as a backup for crossing, ile ikiharibika umeamua kucross ball. Tuangalie how many forwards are available at a good price. You go to Portugal. Portugal, saizi Portuguese clubs are struggling. If you go there with 40 million, you'll get a very good forward. Why not gamble? Kuna other forwards that are in Europe that can come in for 1-2 seasons and give you something. For example, you can go to Galatasaray and unaambia Falcao, shika hii 12 million a year for the next 2 years, wewe kuja upeane experience kwa hii squad.
Hata Diego
Kuna
Costa alikuwa
yeah,
available.
Diego Costa is available. Diego Costa
Morata
is
was
available.
available. Naona even a Morata is available. Na wangempata
Lakini
na that amount of money sahi.
but shida unajua some of those big names wanaweza angalia na itoke
But this is a
Juventus.
project. Skiza, unajua
Yeah,
Newcastle right now, Newcastle is
mm,
not a Burnley or an Aston Villa. There's money.
mm, is
Unajua
very
where
true.
there's money, kuna prospect za better things in the next maybe window. So you're like, when you're going to Newcastle as a player sahi, you're very
Mm.
sure
Mm.
next season the team will be completely different
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they'll bring in better players. So like unaona future. So I don't
Kama
think
mimi
player
unaona, for
kama
example,
cause,
for example, unaona mi ningekuwa Newcastle, ningeenda tu Arsenal, niambia Arsenal nipeeni Aubameyang and I'll pay full salary plus loan fee. And then unaweka hapo buy option. Unawekea buy option kama 30 million. Arsenal won't refuse. Ni labda player akatae, but Aubameyang akiambiwa ndio hii 250k plus signing bonus, alafu ukitusaidia kumaliza top half of the table, we are going to give you an added salary. They can, because they have the money. But Chris Wood, honestly, with all due respect, that move didn't make sense to me at all, at all. Afadhali hata wangeenda Wolves wachukue nani,
I think it's
wachukue,
because of the manager. Manager
yeah,
ndio manager, maybe he likes the guy. Si alikuwa his manager some time back.
yes, yes.
Uh, so
Mm,
maybe since yeye ndo maybe alimdiscover, so anamwamini, anaona
mm,
atamsaidia, anajua how he plays. Okay, it's a because of the guy who bought him, naweza
mm,
ielewa kidogo because
yeah,
amemanage
true.
tena, so anajua his strengths,
Mm,
his weaknesses, how
mm,
to use him, vitu kaa
yeah.
hizo. So pia siwezi tusikriticize mtu sana, alafu end of season ako na 20 goals.
Akona bao mingi kuliko Ronaldo.
So let's wait and
Yeah,
see. Juu
acha tuone.
acha tuone, who knows, maybe he'll be hata maybe ako na takers, ni vile setup ya Burnley
Mm,
ndio
yeah.
aimuallow kuexpress in another way.
Mm, yeah.
So who knows, maybe anajua more things kuliko
Yeah,
zenye si
yeah, yeah.
tumemwona akifanya.
Yeah. Then we have Ainsley Maitland-Niles from Arsenal to Roma on loan. And then you have Axel Tuanzebe from Manchester United to Napoli on loan. Remember, Tuanzebe was frozen out by Nani, the coach. What is his name? Gerard. Gerard froze him out, so Manchester United cancelled the long deal. Waka moved to Napoli, which I think it's a good move for him. Kieran Trippier from Atletico Madrid to Newcastle. You see, like that's a good signing. Kieran Trippier from Newcastle, from Atletico to Newcastle, that's a good signing. We have Philippe Coutinho, as mentioned, from Barcelona to Aston Villa. Which other one? We have Samir Udinese to Watford. So there are a couple of major moves that happened on earlier in January. But the news coming in, Lo Celso to Villarreal is done. Steven Bergwijn ama ni Bergwijn to Ajax. So huyo pia ametolewa Tottenham. So Conte is making moves. So he's clearing out players, anaanza kuleta wake. And then we have who else? Yeah, I think that's about it. Evra, are you still there? Steve, are you still there? Ama umepotea. Yeah, Dele Alli has just started his medical at Everton, contract signing next. Frank Lampard has a direct contact with Dele in the morning. So yeah, Lampard also making his moves. Steve anaonekana amefreeze. I wanted us to go next into the African Cup of Nations. How do you find it so far? The hosts through the semis, Egypt through to the semis. Acha nirudishe Steve hapa. Steve,
Yes.
yeah, we are done with the transfers. So we are going straight to AFCON so that we can come to the close of the show. So I'm asking guys at home, how do you see AFCON so far? So we have the first semi, we have Burkina Faso who will be playing against Senegal. And then a very interesting semi-final, Cameroon, the hosts Cameroon versus Egypt. You remember Egypt, Mo Salah yesterday did wonders, scored and provided a goal. They scored a winner in the extra time. Cameroon versus Egypt. What are your views on this game?
Uh, that's a tough game to
Ni kama
contest.
tumempoteza tena. Hello Steve.
Poteza.
Sasa
Yes.
umerudi. Yeah, umerudi. Cameroon versus Egypt. What do you think?
It will be it's a hard game to call, honest. Both teams are good. Yeah, it will be difficult to call it, honestly. Siwezi sema outright that Egypt will take it or Cameroon will take it. First of all, Egypt is Egypt. I think they're hiyo ndo team win the most titles AFCONs uh, in history, so they know how to win the cup. Wacha tuseme wanajua kuishinda.
Yeah.
Cameroon on the other hand, home team, all the support iko hapo. They have a good attack sana sana, ule jamaa ule anaitwa Abubakar Ramapita. He's actually a decent, watu walikuwa namwenjoi, but he's a decent striker. He's really good. By the way, I think he'll get a big team after this AFCON is done. Yeah, so that one is a tough one to call, but ni ngumu hiyo, hata kusema ati
you don't.
Niko biased niseme I am for Cameroon to take it, but siko 100% or even 60% sure they'll watafika final. So yeah, for me, I'd prefer Cameroon to go through.
Also, me, I'd prefer Cameroon, but I think Egypt will go through. I think Egypt will go through to the final. Burkina Faso, Senegal. It will be interesting.
Burkina Faso wanaitanga the
dark
black
horses.
The dark horses of the tournament. Yani wanapenya tu, wanaenda but I think this is the end for them. I doubt if they'll be able to overcome Senegal, especially these big teams. Ikifika quarter, semis, hakunanga mchezo tena hapo. Getting even a goal against them inakwanga very hard. So Burkina Faso, congratulations. By the way, hata mkirudi country yenyu right now, yeah, I think you'll be received well. Hata kama hamtafika final, but this is football, no one knows. Yani mpira udunda saa zingine.
Yeah, mpira udunda.
Game inaweza anza kulibali red. Especially when like wanatoa red sana. Like red cards AFCON, like sijui, they are so soft. Mimi naweza sema hivyo, like red cards out, they are not worth to be red cards. But yeah, ndo mpira Africa. But so for me, Senegal, which is still my team, team yangu from the get-go is still there. So I'm all out Senegal to take the trophy. Yeah, and I think watafika final.
Mimi ile my preferred team ilichujwa, lakini ni sawa tu. Ivory Coast Ivory Coast. So itabidi hapa nimeshabikia Cameroon.
Our guy ndo
sisi nafaa tukifika penalty stage tunaambia just take the game. We accept defeat. So but it will be interesting to see Salah versus Mane though, because Salah plays for Egypt, Mane plays for Senegal. It will be interesting to see how that game goes. You remember when Rooney and Cristiano faced each other was it in the Euros or in the World Cup? Na wakakuwa na vita sana hadi kafika kwa club and you remember there is a time Mane and Salah hawako wanaelewana, mmoja akipata ball hataki kupasia mwingine. Interesting. Mimi naweza taka kuona that final.
It will be a good final, honestly. If Egypt and Senegal go through, it will be a very interesting. Najua Klopp atakuwa hivi, anasema no one gets injured. Tafadhali because it's two star players. Watakuwa kwa hiyo. Unajua finals are finals. Finals inakuanga like ini game ya do or die. So watakuwa like, please don't let our two star players waumie. But so far so good, hawajaumia since Yanze. So Klopp, I'm sure he's happy that bado players wake wako poa. By the time I think AFCON will be, tukirudi AFCON itakuwa imeisha, si ndio? By the time the next Premier League game inachezwa.
No, I don't think so.
AFCON will not be done.
because I think the final will be played on Sunday. Let me confirm. I
on
think the
Saturday.
final will be played on Sunday. Yeah,
Okay.
because the semis are being played second and third. Yeah, there's a possibility that they might return, but you see, hawezi rudi na wacheze Premier League game, watakuwa wamechoka. Let me confirm the matches for you. Yeah, so the final will be on 6th, that is Thursday. The final will be on Thursday. So final ikiwa Thursday, hawezi niambia ati wanaweza enda kucheza game Sunday. Hiyo itakuwa next to
But
impossible. They
it
need,
depends which team they are playing against. Wako na Arsenal ama wako na nani?
I think so. I think, let me confirm the fixtures, the Premier League fixtures. Na tumekaa sana kabla tuangalie Premier League fixtures. No. Actually, I'm looking at the wrong calendar. Sorry. 6th will be on a Sunday. Hey, naangalia calendar ya January. 6th will be on a Sunday. Yeah, and
So they
the
will
Premier
play.
League, they won't play. They won't play. They won't play over the weekend. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm still in December 2021. So let me get the so Liverpool will be playing the FA Cup actually in weekend. Yeah, FA Cup. So they'll be
Okay.
playing Cardiff. Yeah, yeah,
That's they don't need them honestly.
yeah. So the next match would be, let me see, Liverpool's next matches. So Liverpool matches. So after Cardiff, they will be playing Leicester. That is on 10th. That is Thursday. And then they will be playing Burnley on Monday. Yes. So 10th Thursday and Monday 13th. So I think the earliest these guys can play would be probably the Leicester game. At least they will have a week of rest. Or wapumzishe hadi game ya Inter Milan on 16th.
Yeah.
And
That's
my
it.
thinking is wanaweza pumzishwa hadi hiyo Champions League ya Inter Milan.
Yeah, but because they've had a long tournament. So
And that
ukiwaleta so
is
fast wanaweza pata burnout. And you know Liverpool they are wanna chase so many cups. So yeah, I think they watawacha tu arrest mpaka Champions League irudi.
and that is assuming they go all the way to the final.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve, thanks
But
very much for coming through. Sorry?
we haven't talked about the big news. Is it
Which
the
one?
big news?
Oh, ile ya Greenwood. Hata nilikuwa nimesahau. I had almost forgotten, or I had forgotten. Yeah, so what happened? What happened? Give us the story. What happened to Greenwood?
I don't know. I'm just in hearsay. Unajua hizi stories za criminal ni hearsay. What I've heard is that he apparently assaulted his girlfriend, uh, and also was recorded saying some very violent, can I say violent, violent utterances towards the same person. So yeah, it's under investigation.
Yeah, there was
So
some sexual assault, eh?
yes, there was okay. Apparently, there was no apparently. Remember to always use apparently because we don't know if there was or there was
Yeah,
not.
your recording unajua hasa ni recording. It's not a
It's an
audio.
audio.
It's an audio recording. So
Then and by the pale Twitter nimepata shida sana jana for telling people to relax. Let's wait for the police to give their verdict before lynching the guy, but watu walikuwa wanataka kunilynch mimi wakisema victim. What was the word? Nimeitwa jina nyingi mpaka DM nimefuatwa, nimeambiwa some weird things. I think Twitter people are very emotional. Nimeitwa jina nyingi sana jana just for airing my opinion,
Yes,
which means
yes.
it's very weird. that you get abused, you get like you have air your personal opinion on a matter. Like si lazima ati if mob psychology imesema this guy should be banned, si mimi like I have my own head, I have like niko na akili yangu, niko na,
and you have your own feelings as well.
I have my own feelings towards things. So me kusema like, hey, we've only seen a video that is not even showing the attack itself.
Yes.
It's just showing like the repercussions of whatever happened between them or didn't happen. Plus, is it even less than a minute audio? No, which to me felt like it was like clipped. Like it was a longer thing, but it was clipped wherever.
Yes.
The person who clipped it felt it was relevant. So me nikasema there's not enough context in the audio. And plus, we see something really terrible happened to the lady, but it is not my place to say that actually Greenwood did it or didn't do it. So we
were not there. We were not there.
We were not there. No, we were not there. So me saying, Sita, I will not start saying, get him out of our club. What? Jail him. I say Sita ingia hiyo bandwagon because I don't know. I was not there, so
yeah,
that was my. But jana Twitter ilikuwa imewaka moto sana.
Personally, I feel sad. I feel sad because there are a lot of people who jump onto something for the clicks. They jump onto something for the mentions, for the retweets. Nowadays, especially social media is all about getting the clicks, getting the likes, getting the reactions. We've lost touch with humanity. Mimi watu hata mi utukano, especially when you cross over to my other vlogs and podcasts za hockey. Mi utukanwa sana because I'm always people say I'm always against, but I'm not against. All I just say is take a moment to think about it. Like wewe umetake a moment to think about the whole situation. Now, the way I operate, I usually try to put myself in the person's shoes. Like when I saw that news the first time, I try to put myself in the girl's shoes, and I also try to put myself in Greenwood's shoes. Steve, if it were you or those people who are making that noise, ask them, what if you were in Greenwood's shoes? Okay, that's number one. Would you like people to say those things, or would you tell yourself those things? Number two, put yourself in now this girl's shoes. Remember, as much as we are condemning Greenwood, we are also sharing content about her. So in some way, we are embarrassing her. By sharing those clips, by sharing those videos, ni kama wewe saizi tuone vile ulikunywa ukapigwa mangumi huko. So as much as watu wanatuambia oi pole, but it's also embarrassing for the woman. So yes, there is a mistake, but that mistake is yet to be known. If Greenwood did that, and I'm using the word if because I was not there, I'm just getting news the same way most of you are getting news, if not all of you. Because I remember the father came out and said that the daughter was not happy that this was leaked out.
And I actually read that it wasn't even actually her. She's saying that nilisikia, unaona hizo zote ni kusikia, that it's not even her who posted those things. Like she was hacked. That's why when she saw those things, she immediately like started deleting everything in her Instagram. So like, sijui ile hiyo story iko tu, it is very murky, but the way like imechukuliwa social media, like it's not good. I think Twitter is a place too toxic sana, like like it's a medium that of absolutes, that if we say that you're a thief, you're a thief regardless of what the fact is, as long as majority of the people or a subset group says that Saimo is a very big thief. Like that is the absolute. Of which tumeona by the case in point kuna like there was a story but that one is more local to us yenye a lady actually alisema the boyfriend amemwacha na mtoto nini, she needs money,
I
people
remember. Yeah.
wakamchangia. Unaona, people wakamchangia, then they started condemning the guy saying wanna share pictures of the guy, yani like a lot of things happened, of
Yeah.
which to clearly learn that it was even the guy who was posting those pictures juu alikuwa wamecohort na the girlfriend to steal from Kenyans.
From
Unaona, like
Kenyan. Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah.
but if people like stopped before hata yani wangeacha kuweka emotions nyingi wa stop waseme okay, hold up, where's the guy? Okay, kuja utuambie story yako, why didn't you, mbona yani like neglect your family? Unaona, waite kando. Maybe watu wengi wangekuwa fleeced their money, lakini
Yeah.
saa like watu walikuwa na operate na
Because
emotions nyingi.
what I'm wondering is, Steve, what happens when now it turns out that that Greenwood is innocent?
Greenwood is,
What if innocent? Assuming that
that's
watu
the
wamepost all that nonsense and then all of a sudden ikue labda hii ni story ili happen and it was taken out of context. Probably I'm not justifying, but I'm just asking. I'm not
there is always a
justifying, but
chance
I'm
that
asking.
he didn't do it.
Yeah,
Unaona,
he
me
didn't
by
do
the
it.
I would share with saying that there is a chance if there was no chance, then he'd be in jail. if Unaona, if he actually did everything that they are
Yeah.
saying and there was enough proof, singekuwa jela sahi. But
Yeah.
the reason mwenye sahi hajafunguliwa like hajapewa sentence is because it's not sure, nobody knows. The
Yeah,
only
true.
people who know what happened ni the lady
Yeah.
and the abuser. Tu ndio watu wawili
And the family and the family.
even the family might not know the story. Wacha nisikudanganye,
Yeah.
because I'm very sure if Agwa na abuse mbele ya the family, so like we don't know the story behind the story. No, the only people who
Alafu,
know is the lady and the abuser,
and
of
then
which I think
what's
kama ni
funny?
Greenwood ama si
Uh,
Greenwood.
you know what's funny? What's funny about this? And I usually get a lot of abuse for this, and I'm sure I'm going to get abuse for saying this. What I usually find weird is the sexism and the feminism around it. For example, because wanasema Greenwood alinyimwa, he became violent. So they've picked up that, and then they are saying when a woman says no, it's no. Well and fine. I'm not objecting to that. But now let me ask, how many men at home wanaombwa wakinyimana inakuwa ni vita, and no one is speaking about the same?
But nasema like for that hata sijui, I don't know what to say because it's a difficult like situation.
Yeah, it's a difficult question
That's why
because how many women have assaulted men, and we have never seen Twitter come out to. I'll give you an example. You remember that lady that killed the KDF soldier in Kahawa Skari? That lady that stabbed the soldier at while he was sleeping. Your story ilipigiliwa chini ya maji, and actually people are coming out to say if the lady killed the guy was deserving. Without even trying to find out the story, already they are condemning the guy. So the other question is this. We've seen one side of the story. We don't know the other side of the story. None of, as you've said, other than those two, hakuna mtu mwingine anajua nini iliendelea. So the point is, let's not be too quick to judge. And the information we have is so minimal. You don't know anything. But because you are seeing everyone condemning it, pia wewe una jump to that emotion ya kusema, this should not happen. Let's just take time to wait. Personally, I haven't tweeted anything. I haven't said anything because I'm waiting to see. You remember that case ya Mendy? Hata wache ya Mendy. You remember also Cristiano was accused of raping a sijui a prostitute or sijui having sijui sex. What happened to that case?
I think
And people
the problem is which I also think it's unfair for victims, is that powerful people, ama people with a lot of influence, not like footballers,
Mm.
they tend to abuse their so-called status,
Yes, yes. Yeah.
and they, because they have money and all that,
Mm.
so they have like some kind of privilege where such cases zina mnapatiwa the leeway to talk about
Mm.
them, to deal with them outside court, which doesn't make sense because it's a criminal case.
Yeah, it is.
Unajua
It
criminal
is.
case is against the state. It's not si
Mm.
shamba mekosania, or like
Mm.
bibi
Mm.
mmeibania, like it's not like something that should be taken out of, no, out of court, of which ndo nasema mtu kama like, if mi usemanga, if you paid money for somebody to keep quiet about a story,
Yeah.
there's some truth to it for me.
Yeah.
Mi
Yeah.
usemanga
There
like
is.
there is, because why,
Mm.
me I know, even if I have a lot of money, if I
Mm.
kama sikukufanyia kitu sikukufanyia, no,
Ndio hiyo.
I did, if I
Mm.
didn't do it, I didn't do it, no,
Yeah.
there is
Yeah.
nothing that will make, sijui hata like mi sidhani naweza especially the amounts of money yenye hao watu, like the settlements zenye
Mm.
wanapeanga, it's not like 20,000 ama it's millions, it's in terms of hundreds of millions when you
Yes.
ukizihesabu kama Kenyan money, unaona.
Mm.
So
Mm.
for somebody kupeana all that money,
Mm.
no, I start thinking otherwise. Yeah,
Yeah.
the integrity of the guy, because
Mm.
if you didn't do it, you didn't do it.
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah. Yeah. And akipatikana, when he's found guilty, he should face the full wrath of the law. That being said, we don't condone violence. We don't promote violence. Speak. A no is a no. Guys, if a woman says no, it's a no. Women,
No.
similarly, if guys say no, just accept the no. Hakuna.
That will, that I don't think that will ever happen. In this kind of world, if you say no to a lady, it will damage her ego sana mpaka, like I don't know, it am damaged too. I have tried it, and it ended up like a very bad thing. So
Poleni,
not the no
poleni
that
na
you think.
cheda.
It's not
Eh,
usifikirie sana, si ile no yenye mnafikiria, like maybe for instance, lakini tumeacha kuongea mpira, but pia it's good to talk about other
yeah,
things.
it's good to talk
Like
about other
let's say if
things.
a lady advances you, no,
Mm,
then
mm,
I'll feel you, like,
yeah,
or you're
yeah.
not in that space at that time, no, no.
Mm,
Like it
mm,
is so hard for a lady to, not all ladies, yeah,
mm,
wacha
mm.
tukue very, not all, but for
Yeah.
most that I've interacted with, to like anashindo, why do aren't you interested,
Am I not
like
enough?
kwani, like unaona kuna hiyo complex yenye
Mm,
most ladies wako nayo, like you shouldn't say no. Why should you say no? You should not
mm,
say no, because I'm a lady, you're a guy, you should always say yes to
mm.
me, when I, especially kama mi ndo nimejitolea nikakuja
Yeah.
kwangu,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
which I find it very unfair for us, like,
But it's
but
unfair. It's
in a life
unfair. It's unfair, and life will always be unfair. And the fact that life is always unfair, it means that it is fair to everybody. But
it's not fair to everybody. ah,
no,
I think
ndio nasema
being,
the fact that it is unfair to everybody, it makes it fair to everybody. Lakini, that
but
being
is
said,
it
Steve,
unfair to everybody? That's the question. Is it unfair to
yes,
everybody?
it is unfair to
Like my
everybody.
scenario, it is not. It is unfair to the men, not to everybody. So how does that make it
No,
fair?
unajua pia, I don't want us to go into those discussions because it's a football show. But I think we should we should have another discussion for that. All you are saying is, guys, a no is a no, whether it's from a man, whether it's from a woman. For those non-gender wanasemanga non-gender identity, they those them. If they say no, it's a no. If you are angry, if you are angry, instead of hitting someone, chukua sufuria pale jikoni, enda upigishe chini, ama you walk out, just walk out, take a walk, tulia, then come back. There's no need for violence. Steve, your last thoughts to maliza hii show.
That thoughts bado tu hapo. There are hundreds of reasons to, I don't believe ile kitu watu wanasemanga ati there are no reasons to beat women. There are millions of reasons. We just don't we are not allowed to do it. Unaona?
Kwanza kuna wale wa niguze nichape.
Unaona?
Ationa wewe niguze nichape.
There are reasons to do it, but you should not do it. So men, tafadhali, especially if you have a few millions in your bank and hutaki kuzipoteza, kindly tread carefully. Whenever you see things zenye haziko poa, just walk away. It will save you a lot of grief and a lot of things. Pia but hatutetei ma predators kama wewe unajua unafanyanga kitu baya. Siku zako zinakaribia. True. And I think tutajaribu kuwa more consistent na content.
It's been tough. Munaelewa Januari vile inakuanga, it's been tough. But we'll continue. We'll try.
Nothing nimemisi conversation, honestly. I feel like, this is what it was. Unajua kuna saa zingine you feel strenuous kuifanya, but the moment you've started doing it for like 15 minutes, if you feel by the way, it's actually some form of relaxation. Like a hard day at work. So we'll tutajaribu to be more consistent. Na pia tunataka contributors kama unajua uko na kitu kuongelea ya ball, anything concerning football, soccer, local, international, as long as it's football, hit us up huko ma DMs. Maybe tunafaa tuache namba moja ya WhatsApp yenye watu wanaweza kuwa text, because DMs saa zingine kama mimi saa zingine siziona na kujaka kuziona notifications za phone yangu na kujaka kuziona later, like a day or 2 days after. So
thanks guys for watching. Thank you for commenting, posting your likes. Remember to subscribe to our channel as well as share our content. My final thoughts, please, men don't beat women. Women don't provoke men, taking advantage that hautapigwa. Nowadays wanaume hawana patience. Ukimprovoke akupiga atakupiga. So don't provoke men. At the same time, men, don't be provoked. If you are provoked, just walk out. Go to
how can we not be provoked? It's not it's the thing it's this is it tunaweza amua ati we're not provoked.
ama niseme do not react to being provoked.
Exactly. Do not react. Do not be violent. Just don't be violent.
Don't be violent. Just walk out or go to the next room, put on some headsets, run. Just pigia your best mate hapo, mwende kwa local. If you don't take alcohol, take a soda, itisha uji hapo next. Do something that will help you calm down. Also talk. Usiache hasira bottle in. Don't let that anger bottle in. Also sexual violence, let's stop. For those who are doing, let's stop. Sexual predators, let's stop. If a woman or a man says no, it's no. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful evening. Cheers and bye-bye.